Good morning, everybody. This is Brother Salim, just waking up, on this Saturday morning. And I wanted to share some thoughts with you all about what we saw in Navy Yard last night. I think as reasonable and rational adults, we can all agree that you 14, 15 years old, you don't need to be outside 11 or 12 o'clock at night. We know that's just a recipe for disaster, and that something that you may not be able to come back from is more prone to happen at that time of night than if you were out 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I think we can all agree that our children need support, love, and care, that they need to have safe programming, that they need to have opportunities to learn and explore and just enjoy their childhood. I also think that love is structure, it's discipline, it's having someone to care for you and to tell you, hey, this is not the best option for you. I think that love is having systems in place that protect you and that provide you with an opportunity to go down the right road, and that also tells you this is not the right road. And that's what a curfew is. Many of us had curfews growing up because our grandparents or our parents or whoever raised us loved us, and so it wasn't out of harm, right? And so this, what we see in terms of a curfew in Navy Yard, isn't because we want to harm young people. It's because we want them to not get themselves into trouble. It's because we want them to not get into a situation to where they was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And yes, that can always happen no matter what time of the day it is. But let's just be honest. We know the later we stay out at night, even as an adult, it creates an opportunity for us to go down the wrong path. So it's like, hey, it's getting late. I need to get my butt home. And we say that as adults who have the ability to rationalize, who have the ability to understand the nature of our consequences. And young people just don't always have that opportunity because they're still growing and maturing, and we know that their brains aren't fully developed yet. I think that we have to have a higher level of care and concern and think about what we're saying when we just want to let our children run outside and do whatever without any consequences. Because if we don't work to correct our young people, then the Department of Corrections will, right? And so I think that we should re-examine how we see structure and discipline in our community. Structure and discipline isn't hate, it isn't abuse. It's an opportunity for you to get the tools that you need to succeed. And sometimes it may be things that we don't like, but that's what structure and discipline is. We had to eat our vegetables growing up. We didn't want to eat them because they didn't taste good, but we knew that it was good for us. And I think that this curfew conversation, and I'm willing to have it and see some other points about it, is one of, I honestly, I don't know where some folks come from, just to be honest, with this idea that a curfew is a bad thing. It's, to me, I've never heard the curfew positioned in such a way that this is the only thing that there is to help our young people. I just think that's just a bad argument when we say that, because there are opportunities such as late night hype. There are opportunities, I know I help provide some as well. And I hear some people say, well, these young people don't have nowhere to go at night. That doesn't mean there shouldn't be a curfew. And because you don't have nowhere to go at night doesn't mean you need to be outside running around, jumping up and down inside of Chipotle either. If you don't have some place to go that is safe for you as a 13 and 14-year-old, that's a different issue that we need to discuss and work to resolve. But running around outside causing havoc is not going to be the answer, because that's going to put you in another unsafe situation. So trying to avoid an unsafe situation at home doesn't mean you should get into an unsafe situation outside either. And so we have to really look at where our community is going and what can we do to change the trajectory of some of our young people. I mean, we were lucky, some of us, to not get caught up inside the system and be just as involved, but we always don't stay lucky forever. And so I would encourage all of us that care about our young people to continually have this conversation, and then to take action to see where we need to go so that we can put our children on the best path forward. And to that end, I got to get ready to get out of here because we're doing some financial literacy classes at Industrial Bank with our young people. And I want to continue to have this conversation. So let's tap in and let's work together. Let's struggle with each other to come to some kind of understanding so that we can, best position our children to succeed. Because that's what we all want. Peace.